Before we start the treatment, it is essential to start on one light on each side to ensure that it's not too aggressive. You can always turn it up, but you can't turn it down. Doing a 2-inch stroke between fingers and thumbs is all we're looking for. Doing it both ways, and there is no such thing as a right or a wrong way. It will travel down the best if the skin allows it to go that way. If it doesn't, you can travel the other way. Everyone decides to do something different, and once they've been trained, it doesn't really matter. There is no such thing as an exact science for doing this job. It's general knowledge, and if you've been in skin business, then you will know that providing you haven't been too aggressive, the skin will go out looking like you've had a nice deep exfoliation and not red like a traffic light. We don't want no one to look too aggressively done, and it's essential that while you're doing this job, your knowledge of the client will be essential and paramount. All areas of the skin are covered twice while we're doing it, and if there's anything else that needs to be done, we can go back over and touch in various pieces afterwards. Once one half of the face has been done, we then do the same performance over the other side. The skin will of course have been washed and cleansed with a face wash before you start. This had already been done when we started, so therefore that part hasn't been shown. As you can see, it doesn't take very long to do a facial. It shouldn't take you no more than 10 minutes to do a microdermabrasion treatment. Sometimes if you need to be more aggressive, you would turn the machine up at the very early stage. But as it takes 28 days for a cell to come from the bottom to the top, you can't make it move quicker. It has its cycle, and therefore we're not looking for aggression. We're looking for a nice healthy exfoliation, and only an exfoliation, not something too aggressive that you've removed too much skin and made the client red or sore. It will feel like windburn or sunburn if you're too aggressive, so it's essential that you can do it lightly. Always go over it again if necessary, but if you've made the client red because they have sensitive skin or something, then of course it's too late. You can't remove it. We can now go back and rework areas where we think it needs a little more treatment, i.e. spots of dry skin or areas which have got a bit of discoloration. You can always turn the machine up and go over it a bit more aggressively, providing the client remains pink and not red. It doesn't really matter. However, when we come to do the eyes and neck, we turn the vacuum down to the light just going off so that we can do the eyelids and below the eyelids. And this is what you call feathering. This has to be very, very short strokes, no more than ½ inch, and nice and fast so that the vacuum doesn't pick the eye up. The eyelids are very, very delicate, so therefore all around the eye has to be done at the lowest setting. Necks can also mark very easily, so we do the neck on a lower setting than you would the décolleté or the face. You can go over this at least twice because you've gone so superficial that it won't really do any damage. You won't make the eyelid red or under the eyes red because the vacuum is turned down low, and normally it's the vacuum that can be a problem. You can ask the client if it's comfortable frequently. It isn't something which you should take for granted. We should ask, but once you've done 1 or 2 treatments, you'll find that it's fairly simple and easy to ascertain whether the client is comfortable by the movement of skin, and no redness or nothing like that, and it's dead simple to find out where you're going. And if you go wrong, then obviously it's because you've been too aggressive. The skin should look no more than just pink like that at most, and it shouldn't be uncomfortable for the client at all. Now we're doing the neck. What we do is we lift the neck up like that. We pull the skin down with the hand so that it comes up, and nice, fast, even strokes from halfway up to the jawline, ensuring we've covered all the skin. Skin taut again to do the bottom half from the collarbone only up to half of the neck. If you have the vacuum up too high here, this will definitely mark the neck, so we're not looking for any red lines all the way around here. And then we can stretch the skin taut again and follow the lines round, so we're getting onto the décolleté work. And when we get onto this area, we can turn the light back up again, because to remove sun damage and stretch marks, or more like creping, it's a case of, it definitely works very, very well, and with a little bit more aggression to take a little bit more skin off, you can get very, very good results. Go over it about twice. You can go down between the bust line if people do have creping. It works very, very well. Likewise, if you have spots on the back or ingrown hairs or anything, it works very well for all that sort of thing. So that's a basic microdermabrasion treatment.